Yeah, neck trap and shouldies also going to be sore and a little tight because we use them a lot, especially Friday, Saturday. So this week is another vinyasa heavy week. So we only have one body on Wednesday this week. And I think that's going to be like our transitional day. So usually, traditionally, during the January challenge, this is the week for heart openers. I would like to spend at least half of this week on transitions, like fun, creative, funky transitions that maybe if you guys, just how to get from point A to point B in different ways and how to get there smoothly, how to make your transitions work for you. So we're gonna do Monday, Tuesday, we're gonna work some transitions, like kind of like from the most basic ones to all the way up to like if you were in the arm balance workshop on Saturday, if you had a chance to make it. We did a lot of like really cool like this arm balance to that arm balance to chin stand, back to this arm balance, and then into a vinyasa, like that kind of stuff. So we'll go from super basic transitions all the way up into, and just like our foundational work in our sun salutation A's and how those help us build up into inversions, arm balances, and all that kind of stuff. This is also gonna help us work into more complex transitions. So all these little building blocks apply to the bigger asanas as well and the bigger transitions. But we just like take it down to the most simplest, accessible, easy thing. So without further ado, let us start in child's pose, please. I'd be nice, no abs this morning, it's Monday. Let's flip our palms open this morning and really work your elbows underneath you. On just each exhale, just letting your shoulder blades slide further and further away from one another. Maybe taking your knees a little bit wider so you can really let your chest fall. Sending your inhale between the shoulder blades to let the back body rise, open, expand. And as you exhale, pressing down through forearms, elbows, drawing shoulder blades down and away from one another. Oh, she's back from Biarritz. Bonjour, bonjour, bonne journée. Rochelle's here, everybody. Flip the palms over, walk your torso over towards the right, left fingertips reach a little bit further forward. Create the longest line that you can between the left middle finger, the left hip bone. Inhale into the rib cage, the left side opens. You expand, you create the space, you reach as if you could grow out of your skin. Plug your hands down into the floor, and as you exhale, pull the rib cage closer to the left side, drawing right shoulder, right hip closer. Switch, walk over towards the left. Right fingertips reach a little bit further forward. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhales for expansion, for reach. Exhales for depth, for stretch, softening. Come back into center. Deep breath in. Big breath out. As you inhale, round and curl, tabletop. As you exhale, look forward, lean forward, shoulders past your wrists, and then bring your chin, your chest, and your throat all the way down to the mat. Tailbone stays high. Heart heavy into the floor. Relax the arms for a second so the heart falls nice, heavy, good. And then reset. Elbows squeeze in and press back. Collarbones wide. No, stay down, stay down, stay down. Just reset the arms. So with the heart heavy, each exhale, can you roll your tailbone higher to the sky? Can you stretch your belly a little more? Can you pull your lower ribs away from the front hip bones? Take a deep breath in, spread your fingers, plug them and grip your mat, tuck your toes, float your knees like half an inch. They just barely hover off the floor, barely. Elbow squeeze in and press back, lift your heart just an inch off the floor. Even if like your skin doesn't leave the floor, but your bones do, that's fine. Hold 3, hold 2, look forward, press forward. We lift up cobra for 1. And release. Coming back up for 2, inhale, shoulder blades squeeze, collarbones wide. And release. Last one, inhale, lift up, cobra. We hold here for 3, for 2. Come all the way down to the floor. We press back, child's pose, hips to heels. Deep breath in. Big breath out. As you inhale, round and curl, tabletop. As you exhale, tuck your toes up and back, downward facing dog. And then you take a second here, work it out. Relax your neck, shake it out. Get into the back of your legs. Moving in any way that feels good here. As you inhale, lift high to your tiptoes, roll your sit bones a little bit higher, and press your chest a little closer to your thighs. Press out of your fingertips and wrap the elbows down to the floor as you bend your knees, pulling the tailbone up and back through space. 3, 2, we press forward, high plank and pause, hold. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. Look forward, lean forward, drop down to your knees. Chaturanga, forward and down, hold here for 3. Just chaturanga, a little higher, Alex, 2. We lift up, cobra, our upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, I don't know what happened there, we're gonna just move past it. Big breath out. Oh, your knees, I'm sorry. Alex had a scooter accident. Everyone, send your thoughts and prayers to Alex's poor little knees. Deep breath out. As you inhale, lift high to the tiptoes. Take your right leg up to the sky. Now pressing up and out of the fingertips, can you lift as high as you can off both ends of your body, off your fingertips, off the left toe tips? How high can you get that right foot? You can keep the heels of the hands on the mat. Just like really lift and reach, engage. Good. Keeping your hips as high as you motherfucking can. Knees to nose for 1. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, hold. Like someone's holding a lighter underneath your belly button and you don't want to touch the flame. Inhale, up and back. Come back forward for 2. Round the spine, hollow the belly, hold, hold, hold. Inhale, up and back. Last one, knee to nose here, hold. Knee to right arm, pause. Keep your hips high, keep that back heel high. Knee to left arm, without dropping your hips, can you do it? Up and back to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bring your right knee down to the floor, right underneath your hip. Float your left toes back behind you. Look forward, lean forward for 3, sunbird bows. Come up, tuck those bottom toes, Alex. Good, 2. And up. Last one, chin stand if you like, or you keep your heart heavy and you lengthen up through those left toes for 3. For 2. Chill, yeah. Oh, there you go. Up and back to the sky, 3-legged dog. Left leg goes up. Deep breath in. And big breath out. Bring your left knee down to the floor. Reach your right leg back behind you. And then reach around and grab opposite foot with hand. So binding here, and then as you inhale, pressing out of the floor with the right fingers. As you exhale, kick the right toes higher. Inhale, heart high. Exhale, big toe high, opposite hand to foot. There you go. Slowly release, reaching the left hand forward, the right toes back. Hold. Left hand down to the floor. Open up, modified half moon. Staying here, or you can bend your heel behind you for the quad stretch, or you can grab your shin in front of you and open up into that modified Vashisthasana, or you can catch the big toe. You choose, kicking up to the sky. For 3. For 2, wherever you are, bring your right foot to the front of the mat, bending forward into your right knee, modified crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up and look up. For 3, from the belly button, 2 opposite energies. Above the upper body filled with helium, or above the belly button. Lower body filled with lead, cement, something heavy. Hands come down to the floor, up and back to the sky, 3-legged dog, right leg goes up. Bend your top knee, open up your hip. You can choose to stay here or flip into wild thing. Right big toe to the floor behind you. Lift your heart and your hips high. Come back over, high plank. Drop down to your knees if you need to, chaturanga, low plank. Alex not dropping her knees today because they're bruised. Inhale, up dog. Shoulder blade squeeze, collarbones wide. It's actually a great way to get a little more of a workout. Exhale, down dog. Walk your hands to meet your feet, back edge of your mat. Heel toe your feet nice and wide. Drop it into a malasana squat. Pressing your elbows into your knees. As you inhale, we lift the heart to the thumbs. And then lift your hips up and fold. Heel toe your feet back to hip width. You can either find ragdoll with your hands either grabbing opposite elbows behind the head or interlacing behind the back. If you want to practice your leapfrogs. So I've spoken to this already throughout these last few weeks. But as we move through transitions, I don't want you to think about the ends of your body. Don't think about your hands and your feet. You always have to come back to your center. You're always going to have to remind yourself to come back to the midline. And our tailbone is always going to be our keystone for our movement, whether it's in our arm balances and keeping them light, whether it's in our transitions and keeping them smooth and light. The placement and where you have your tailbone in space is what's going to make all the difference in making these transitions light and easy. When you're ready, walk yourself back out, downward facing dog. So today as we move through, when you find your awareness in your hands and in your feet, remind yourself, catch yourself to come back to your tailbone, your sacral plate, that very flat and wide spot in the low back. Take your left leg up to the sky, inhale. Stay high on the tippy toes and keep lifting high on the ball of the right toes. Keep reaching out of the fingertips. Resist gravity. Don't let it pull you down into the ground. Press and rise out of it. Knee to nose for 1. Try to keep your hips that high. Shifting the shoulders past the wrists if you want a little extra. So good, Alex. Inhale, up and back. Come back forward for 2. How high can you lift your spine? How much space can you create between you and the floor? Inhale, up and back. 3-legged dog. Last one, knee to nose. Hold. Shoulders right on top of the wrist, or you go past if you want a little more work for yourself. Knee to the left arm, hold. Without dropping the hips, knee to the right arm, even if it doesn't connect. Good. Up and back to the sky, 3-legged dog. Drop the left knee down to the floor. Keep those left toes tucked under. Float your right toes back. And then look forward, lean forward, 3 sunbird bows. 3. And up. Back down for 2. Oh. And up. Last one, you kick up if you want, or you hold your heart at the bottom. And you reach up through the toes. 3, make sure those elbows are under you if you're going into the chin stand. You're supporting your rib cage with your arms. Sakina, lift up and out of your low belly. Tailbone, yes, tailbone, that's what I want. So good. 3, see how much better and stronger that feels? You look so strong, like it looks like you could press to handstand from here. 2, up and back to the sky, right leg goes up. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Bring your right knee back down to the floor. Was it the right knee? Yeah, and then the left toes float back, reach around and grab with the opposite hand. So right hand grabs left foot. So you don't want to bend the elbow to bring the foot closer. Keep kicking the foot back to open up through the front of that right shoulder. Every inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, belly to spine, big toe lifts. Equal parts push and pull. Ease and effort. Slowly release, let it go. Find your modified half moon, opening up to face the left side of your mat. And remember, don't fall into the mat, press and rise out of it. Any leg variation you like here, either it's a quad stretch, you can kick it back into that bow, testing your balance and stability. You can squeeze your knee to your chest and open up, or you can catch the left big toe, get it girl, and kick up to the sky. For 3, for 2, bring the left foot to the front of the mat. Bend forward into the left knee. Readjust your stance if you have to. Modified crescent lunge. Inhale. Left hip squeezes back. Right knee squeezes forward. Lift up and out of the low belly. 3, 2. Hands come down to the floor. Up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the top knee. Open up your hip. You choose to stay here or flip, wild thing. And when your left big toe connects to the floor, again, don't fall into it. Press and rise out of it. High plank. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, high to tiptoes, look forward, bend your knees. Stay here, or either step outside your hands or jumping forward and back for 3. And back. Remember, you can walk it forward to outside your hands and then walk it back if you like. You don't have to jump. 2. Oh, d'accord, screaming. Walk or jump your feet to meet your hands. Big toes touch. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees, head and hands stay heavy and slowly roll all the way up to stand. 1 vertebrae at a time, step right up to the very tip-top edge of your mat. Ready, y'all? Let's do it. Take an inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Hands to the floor, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath in. 1 breath out to draw back, longer spine. Inhale, high to tiptoes, look forward. Bend your knees, pause here, or jump outside. Tailbone high. Jump back, tailbone higher. Walk or jump in between the hands, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up and look up to stand. Exhale to fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the floor, step back, high plank. Low plank, slow, inhale up. Exhale back. Full inhale. Complete exhale, draw back. Powerful breath. Inhale, high to tiptoes, look forward. Bend the knees and stay here, or jump outside. Jump back. Keep your legs straight when you do this, Alex. Walk or jump in between straight legs when you jump forward. Yeah, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to stand, reach up and look up. Exhale to fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the floor, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in and big breath out. So, Dropping down to your knees just for a moment. So the first transition, I mean, there's many. If we want to get down to the most basic, we're going to start with the stepping through, stepping forward to the front of the mat, or going from our three-legged dog into a crescent lunge. If you have blocks, you're going to be much happier if you have them. If not, no worries. You'll still be able to do this, and it's really going to force you to use that back leg. So when we use the blocks, that's the only thing, is that they are such a good tool for us that we will forget to do the work with the back leg. So always bringing your mind back to your tailbone and to the back foot. Use these ones. There you go. Let's find downward facing dog, coming up and back to the sky. And can you put them flat, please? So if you guys are gonna have them up like on that medium level, please be very, very mindful. They are not stable. I'd rather you have them like on that flat surface area. Okay, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take the right leg up to the sky, inhale. Now we started to do this already. Start to press out of the fingers, lift out of the bottom toes. See how high you can get your top toes and your tailbone. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, round and curl. Bring that right knee into your nose. Shoulders right on top of the wrist. From here, I want you to tap right toes to the back of the block. Right toes, but keeping the hips high, and then squeeze right heel to bum, bring it back up. Press out of the floor, out of the shoulders, round. Again, tap the block, 2, as much as you can. Good, and then squeeze without dropping the hips. Last one, toe tap. Inhale up and back to the sky. Three-legged dog, stretch it back. Breathe in. As you exhale, round and curl. Tiny little package. Squeeze that right heel in and then step the right foot forward. Good. Rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale, squeezing your back leg strong. 3. Squeeze that back leg strong. 2. Hands come down, back to the blocks. Hold. Now the same thing on the way back. You're going to press away from the blocks, round the spine, squeeze the upper ribs in. Lift the back heel as high as you can, lift the hips as high as you can. And then pressing away from the floor, you squeeze that right knee to chest, ding, hold. Inhale up and back to the sky, three-legged dog. Beautiful. Now just for fun, come down to your hands and knees, come off the blocks just for a second. And Alex, I want you to show them, so just take them out of the way for a sec. I want you to do the three-legged dog, and then when you come back through, I want you to drop your hips as you start to transition. So instead, yes, now, Alex, try to just step the right foot through. Alex is flexible, so she can. But if you drop the hips, you're gonna start to chunk that right foot. The higher the hips, the closer to God, okay? The higher the hips, the easier it's gonna be for you just to swing that right foot through rather than chunking it. So it's going to be, the work is between pressing out of the fingertips, really rounding, hollowing, squeezing, and then using the back toes to get the hips as high as you can. Jack it up for Jesus, okay? Beautiful. Downward facing dog, step back. Any questions with that one so far? The tailbone is your keystone for movement. Take your left leg, come back to the blocks, my love, sorry. Just wanted them to see the chunk. Take the left leg up to the sky. Knee to nose for 1. How much space can you create between you and the floor? Press away from the ground. Keep shifting forward, keep squeezing that left heel, tiny little package. Heel closer to bum. Yes, inhale up and back, three-legged dog. And the more you compact it, the more you compress it, knee to nose for 2, the easier it's gonna be. You're just hinging, not yet, but from that knee, up and back, three-legged dog. Last one, knee to nose. Pressing out of the blocks, out of the bottom toes, lift your spine as high as you can, hips high, squeeze the left heel in, tiny little package, and then just ding, step it through. Hinge. Yeah, you got it, rise up, crescent lunge. Make any adjustments you have to. Back leg strong, left heel squeezes back, right toe squeeze forward. Find a little space in this hip flexor. Yes, rocking away. 3, 2, hands come back down to the floor, pause. Pressing out of the blocks, round the spine, hollow the belly to the spine. Use the back toes, and as you press into the ground, into the blocks, that left foot should get lighter. You can wiggle it, you pull it in, and then kick it up and back to the sky. Three-legged dog. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And big breath out. Drop the left toes down to the floor. Take the blocks out of the way. Deep breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, we move forward, high plank. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Now, inhale high to tiptoes. Look forward, bend your knees, pause. I want you to jump up 3 times. You're gonna think about keeping the legs straight, the feet super heavy. You can bring a block between your thighs if you like, and you're looking to suspend in an L. So keep your eyes on your fingers and really use the power of your legs to arch your low back. Try to feel your tailbone over the back of your neck. 1, yep, keep that chest open, Alex. So, wait, hold on. Press this open more. No, back. No, back, chest to thighs. So you're here, bring your biceps by your ears, or your ears by your biceps. Good, keep your chest open like that, Alex, when you jump. Right now what's happening, see, wait, you see what's happening? You're shifting forward and you're losing that. So keep this open, look at your fingers, yeah. Really slingshot back. You're trying to keep your chest towards your thighs as you bring your butt over your head. 3, yep, chest even more open. Take your feet wider, it'll be easier. Yep, there, 1, 2. Now on the third one, okay, after you get lofty like that, when you're ready to jump forward, instead of thinking about your feet to jump feet to hands, think about getting your tailbone as high to the sky as you can. I promise you your feet will land where you want them to. Just stop thinking about the feet. 1, 2. I'm gonna go back. So try the Alex, and this is why I teach you guys to jump outside and jump back, because it gets your tailbone up in the air. A lot of us have tight hamstrings and tight hips, so when our feet are touching, this is a lot harder for us to get into and to feel than it will be with our feet wide. So if you like Alex, look forward, bend the knees, slingshot your chest back, open more, tailbone like that, exactly. Now jump outside and back, tailbone up. 1, yes, use the legs, up, good. Outside, yes, back. Now this one, jump in between, tailbone just as high. Yes, good. You understand? If you think about your feet, you're gonna chunk to the floor like we do with the step through. If you think about your tailbone and getting your butt up to the sky, just like the knee hinges and the foot steps forward, the hips will hinge and the foot will fall down. Now also, top of the mat. I'm gonna talk you through this as we go through vinyasa. Take an inhale to reach up and look up. Exhale to fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the floor, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your right leg up to the sky, inhale. Step your right foot through between your hands. Rise up, crescent lunge, inhale. Bend your back knee. Fly forward, airplane, and hold for 3, 2, staying here for a few more breaths, or taking it into a pistol squat, kicking the left heel forward. Can you do it? You can grab onto it, take a seat, maybe 1 hand to block, or 4. Otherwise, you stay in airplane. 3, 2, press yourself back up into airplane. Lift up and out of the hip joint, find it. Don't let yourself stay down. Rise. Step back, crescent lunge, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale to reverse. And vinyasa, hands come down to the floor. Step back, handstand, whatever you like. Transition, however you like. High plank to low. Inhale, up dog. Could have added a chin stand there too. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Take your left leg up to the sky. Inhale. Now, bring your knee to your nose, and as you start to shift the weight forward, really pressing out of the hands, press out of the shoulders. Step that left foot through. It's a little bit harder without the blocks, but you'll get the gist. You just need practice. It's repetition. Inhale, you rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, you bend the back knee and fly forward, airplane.